Hey everyone, it's Amador. Amy over at Aottmers224 is having an embellishment swap, and I think it's already closed, but I wanted to show you guys what I made. And I went ahead and did, I took two spaces, so I'm swapping with two people. And here's what I made. It was supposed to fit in a quart Ziploc bag, but I kind of didn't just want to send a bag, so I made some little trays for them to go in it. So this one is for Kim and this one is for Betty, and I should be shipping these out sometime this week, but let me show you guys what I put together. Here, let's see here. So I wanted to put them in something for them to be organized, and if you guys have seen my craft room, you guys know that it has a lot of pretty things, but they have to be functional at one point. So I'm not sure how she has everything, or they have everything organized. So I went ahead and made these little trays. I'll go ahead and leave a link on this video. I followed a tutorial by Jim, the Gentleman Crafter, here on YouTube. His was squared, and it has to do with this layered box thing that he made. It's amazing. But I wanted to make more of a rectangular shape, so I just adjusted this the measurements to fit my needs here. And I went ahead and put one of these, and this one is in black. Betty's color, she chose black, and Kim chose red, so I wanted to make them coordinate with the colors that they liked. And this one, I just, it's made out of medium weight chipboard, covered with this cream colored cardstock, and then I used this black paper from Prima Printery Stack. So here it is, and here's one of those little Tim Holtz drawer pulls with, and I put a little piece of paper there with their name on there. And on the inside is just covered with craft paper, but let me show you guys what I did. I made all of these little, I didn't make the bags, I put them all in these little bags and then cut out this shape using one of the Tim Holtz movers and shapers die. I forgot what label, I think it's like style labels or something. So, and then I just folded them in half and put a little bit of ATG on here, ATG glue, and then I wanted to include clothespins as part of the embellishments, but I figured this way they can actually also be functional. So here, we'll go through with what I put in here. Some of these things were handmade and some of them were store-bought, and they come in, sorry for the crinkling, you guys. I should have done this before I actually made the video. So I made these spool tops with I love making these. I've used them on several of my projects, and I made them in several different colors so they can coordinate with whatever project they're making. And this is using these wood tokens from Michaels, and I just went ahead and stamped the image. Sometimes I stamp them directly onto the wood chip here, but this time I stamped them onto paper and then glued them to these spool tops, and I went ahead and took a drill and drilled a hole through all of them so it looked more like spool tops on your projects. And this is just several colors of wheat sprays. There's white, pink, blue, and aqua. So that's that little baggie. And then this one, and don't worry, I'll put everything back the way it's supposed to look. And this one is something I love making as well. And this is very cost effective in a way. These are my faux wood veneers. And I just gone ahead and used this one sheet by Kaisercraft. I think it's called Cork, and the back side of it has this wood veneer look to it. So I've just gone ahead and cut them with, I put a bunch of the Tim Holtz movers and shapers dies on the tray and just went ahead and cut them all. Then I distressed them on the edges to give that burnt look. With the vintage photo, you can also use walnut stain, but there's a mustache, butterfly, there's a few butterflies, the pointing hand, some hearts, the fleur-de-lis, and in the little spaces I used a Q-tip to fill in the vintage photo. So there's the phone, the little lock, the dress form, so that way you can make and the little acorn and a few of the spools, and that way you can make any of, let me get this, any of the shapes that you already have in wood veneers. And if you guys know, wood veneers, they're really small and they can get expensive after a while, especially if you want all of the shapes. But this is what it looked like. The sheet, I put them on medium weight chipboard, and this is what it looked like after I die cut them, so you could see all the shapes. And you can fit so many in one little space, but I wanted all of the wood grains to go from left to right, so that's why there's so much empty space there. So that's one of them. So this next little baggie, and they all have the little adhesive to it. This one is, this is from a Paper Tray Ink stamp set. You guys might have seen me use these in Cassie Keith's tag. I absolutely love these. I sat down, and they're 3 steps, so they take forever to make. And then I fussy cut all of them, and it has this one, which has 3 roses, and this rose, and then this one with the rose. And I also put extra leaves. I've put them on dimensionals, that way you could just take them off and put them on whatever you want, if you want to distress them or whatever. Sorry for the glare. And they're on these little pieces of acetate sheet that I had. That's and that one's from Sweet Something from Paper Tray Ink. And then these, you guys have probably seen me use before, these vintage button cards. And this is also from a Paper Tray Ink stamp set. This one has, and I stamped them, this is on the cream cardstock from Paper Tray Ink, and there's 4 in each set. This one has buttons. These are actual vintage buttons that I found on my antiquing haul that I went on my birthday. These are brads, so you could take the brads off and use them individually or use the button card as is. These are also brads, so that one's got these metal framed ones, and this other little button card has brown and white buttons. Is it focusing? Okay. So that's that little set. So you can use the button cards as is or take off the brads and buttons and use them. The buttons I had a hot glue because you guys know I can't sew to save my life. I didn't want to bleed all over my project. So some of these I'm just going to go ahead and leave in the packaging. And like I said, these are the little clothespins, and you can use the clothespins as well. This is that pink and silver trim that they have at Michael's. I got some spools of these, and I totally love these, so this way you can use them for the holidays or anything coming up. Now this one includes, one of the ladies chose red and one of them chose black, so I went and bought a few things that I didn't have. I don't have a lot of red to get them, and then I thought it was really neat. I could interchange some of them, so they both got a mixture of both of the colors, so they kind of go together. This one has some black, gray, and several buttons. I think there's like 40 buttons or 50 buttons in here. So in different sizes. There's some flowers, some larger sizes. There's that one. I included some of this bling trim. I think it's like a yard or so, or 2 yards, I'm not sure, in here. Then this, sorry for the glare, this is velvet ribbon. It's absolutely soft. There's black and red, like I said. I bought them each, but then I interchanged it so they both got both colors instead of just one color. And I wrapped them all of my trims are wrapped in this vintage book paper. I don't think it's even vintage. It was just at work and I took it. Anyhow, so, and these are this ruffled trim. Let me get one. This is in black, and it's this ruffle elastic trim from Hobby Lobby if you guys want to pick some up. I got it in black and in red, so there's each some in there. This is the actual cork board that I use to make my message boards and my pegboards. So I ran it through the Tim Holtz wordplay die, so there's a whole alphabet with numbers and everything in each one of these. So, and they're pretty nice and thick sizes. I have paper that's printed to look like that, but I wanted to really use the cork board. Actually, my partner Nathan was helped me with that idea right there. And also, this is some box pleated trim. It's just white box pleated trim in here for you guys to use. And let's see what else is in here. These are some crystal acrylic stems. Once again, sorry for all of the loud crinkling here. It's got, I think there's like 10 of each 10 of these crystal ones, and then this one has the black one, like I said, the other one has the red one, and these crystal on these wire stems. So they're really cool. It's like a crystal bead spray kind of thing. So this is pretty cool, and the other one has the red ones. So let's see here. Our next one has, this one has a plethora of things. This one has some acrylic crystal stickers. This one has red, like I said, the other one has white, and I mean red, or some washi tape, and tons of these. If I can get all of these out without making a mess, tons of these brads. There's velvet ones, and then there's these crystal ones, there's glitter ones. There's tons of them. I don't even know how many are in here, but I think it's at least like 20 and 30 also. Oh, making a mess. I'll put those right there. This thing is something I really wanted to share. These are partially made. And open it. So this is a grapevine wreath. These little mini wreaths you can use on your layouts. You can use them as a frame. You can use for anything. And this is a nest that I made. Oh, if I'm in frame, a nest that I made from that filler that they have in the floral department. And they have those big packs. I went ahead and I took it, I wet it, I soaked it completely, shaped it, and then put it in this cardboard, those cup carriers from Starbucks. And I made the nest, stuck it in there, and then I used my heat tool to dry it, so it stays, once you wet it and then you heat set it, it stays in this shape. So I've used these on a few of my projects, so I wanted to share some of these. I made extra ones. And then I just have these robin's eggs that I got from, I think it's like World Market. And I just stuck one in there. And in the little packaging, it'll come like this. You don't have to use it like this, but you're more than welcome to. And it just has a cute little thing to display it. And the last thing is this pack of, I don't even know how many I made. But these are the Stampin' Up! Scalloped envelopes. And I took, let's see here, there's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 9 or 10 in here of the these envelopes, and you can use them as pockets. You can use them as envelopes. Go crazy, knock yourselves out, however you guys want to do that. And then this is, if I can do it, this is a little file folder die that it's like an older Sizzix one. I also have the Quick Cuts one, but I wanted to use this one. And then I took a lot of this. I used to be a demo for Stampin' Up, and I still have a lot of my supplies, which I haven't used. So I wanted to use those. So it has all of these colors, and there's a few solid colors as well. And you can fold them either way. You can fold them if you, let's see here. This way you fold it, and it'll have the tab on this side, and then you fold it the opposite way, and it'll have the tab. So that way it runs like a real file folder. I've used these on a few of my projects. So, and a lot of these papers have different style on the back, but these are all from Stampin' Up, and like I said, they're already cut and scored, and they're already set for you to use. So here's a better look at the drawer. Like I said, I followed that tutorial by Jim, the-Gentleman-Crafter, and it's pretty heavy. It's medium weight chipboard. It's pretty sturdy. See, I'm totally gonna break this if I send it out. So yeah, I used, like I said, medium weight chipboard, and it's covered in craft paper. Once I did the first one, and I was kind of like, okay, trying not to mess up. But once you get one down, the second one is easy. So, but there it is, and this way they can use it to store their embellishments. Which, if you can see now, they're all over, scattered all over my desk. They can use to store their embellishments, they can use it to store something else, but this way it keeps it all together, and you can put it on a shelf, in a closet. I'm very fortunate to have my own craft room, but you know, some people have to store things and find better ways to put things around, so this way they can use it for that. You can reuse this, by the way, ladies, as a gift box. You know, just the little paper does come out with the name. Put somebody else's name if you want to put different things, like a little spa package, or just about anything. So use it. Like I said, I love using packages and containers that can be reused. If anyone ever gives me a gift basket or anything, trust me, that basket will be used to store something or re-gift, you know, a whole other gift for somebody else. So there's that one. So I'll put this one back here because this is the one that's still organized. I took apart Betty, so this is Kim's, and they each have the same thing, just depending on what color that they like. So there it is. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any questions or all the stuff that I used, please let me know. Like I said, I hope you guys like my little nest. This is just something I figured out and put together. But yeah, everything's there. So I'll be shipping these things out Monday morning, and I'll have to find a box. So anyhow, thanks again, you guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know. Bye, everybody.